The Gambia government and the Gambia Transport Union have committed to implementing a route licensing scheme that will delineate the routes to avoid payment of double or even triple fares. Awasani reports.
The Gambia Transport Union admitted that the route licensing scheme could not be implemented since the introduction several months down the line. So, what exactly led to the failure of the route licensing scheme, and is there any alternative to ease the transportation burden of the population while allowing commercial vehicle drivers to break even? Well, Omar Cisse, president of the Gambia Transport Union, told Star TV that plans are in the works to devise a new initiative to improve commercial transport services. The Gambia Transport Union president, Cisse, explained that the proposed route licensing scheme could not be enforced due to existing legal gaps, emphasizing the need for changes to the regulatory framework that protects both drivers and commuters.
They understand they cannot enforce it because it's not the law. So that was been gaps. If you introduce it, somebody violated, what is going to happen at the end of the day? So police don't have any mandate to go further. And also, you realize that during that period, parking areas or designated parking are not, designed for parking. We understand we have a lack of garages. We want to create places as a terminals so that vehicle can depart from point 1 to point B. That also was lacking. But I think the new vision we have, the regulation is going to capture all those issues. Vehicle need to from point A to point B. We're going to designate places as a terminals. So that it's not going to be like driver's own point of view. I will stop here or I will start it from here. The system need to guide you. The system need to be designed. Everybody will see yourself. Because as I said before, if we want to develop as a country, we need to have a system governing us. Transport is a business. It's a commercial venture. So anyone want to do that job, you have a guideline to protect and guide what you are supposed to do. But that is lacking in this.
Cisse said commercial transport is a business venture that requires guidelines, adding that there are no dedicated and inadequate parking facilities for commercial vehicles. The union, he said, aim to establish garages that can serve as terminals, facilitating smoother operations for transport services. As the transport sector in the Gambia faces challenges, particularly with the rising cost of operations, Cisse highlighted that the official tariffs do not adequately cover drivers' expenses. He referenced the union's last fare increase in 2022, when fuel prices were $56 compared to the current
social issue. I will not use it as the drivers are getting advantage. But the way our transport design, if the current situation, you want to pick people from like Gambia to direct to Costa Road, your tariff, the official tariff, will not cover your operational costs. So that means tomorrow you cannot come back to the service. So that will permit some other people to do some other issues what is unlawfully. Like today, during our last increment of transport fares, the fuel plus price was $56. 23 budget. That was 2022. Currently, the fuel price is over $80. How many difference? This affecting operational costs. Number two, look at the maintenance costs. We all know currently the price of the product we are using is getting increased both day and night. At the end of the day, the community, the materials at the market. Remember, drivers are having family just like all of us. The children are going to school, they are going to market, they are going to the hospital here and there. If those prices are being increased, it's going to affect them directly or indirectly. So these are issues. But bringing this regulation, you try to have a very standard operational details. We're going to do the calculation about the operational costs of the vehicles and what is we believe will cover to sustain the commercial business.
Cisse called for a comprehensive review and rebranding of the regulations governing the transport sector. He urged for the introduction of the Motor Tariff and Transport Management Act, which would establish regulations that benefit both drivers and commuters alike.
Lack of good laws bring this chaotic and this challenges we have been facing. Because laws we have today, governing transport sectors is created in 1948, before independence. Today, Gambia is celebrating 60 years independence. These laws are since colonial days. Do you think that laws can serve us today? No. And those laws have been amended few times, just like helmets, seatbelt here and there. But the most critical points are not there. And also, the laws are subject for only commercial vehicle aspect, like Motor Traffic Regulation and Motor Traffic Act. But what about the Transport Act itself? That was not included. That's most challenges issues we have been faced as a transporter and the entire community. So that's why the GTU is collaborating with the government. What can we do to review that laws and bring the better laws for serve the government people? We start the process. Government have the fund from the World Bank to review the laws and bring the Motor Traffic and Transport Management Act, so that now we're going to be all inclusive. Any transporter, before coming to be a transporter, you have guidelines. Any violator that the law will take his cost.
Meanwhile, he highlighted the need for a legal framework that supports their work and ensures safety and efficiency in the transport system. Awasane for Star TV News.